Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight, a few things I want to talk about. First, Bitcoin continues to stay strong, and its outflow out of one major exchange is at an all 9-year high, not all-time 9-year high. And in a surprising move, Solana Phone will be coming, and several major moves by Coinbase out of the blue. So let's talk about all of these news and more. So smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell, get notified of all my streams, follow me on social media, check out CryptosRUs.com, and make sure you follow the brand new CryptosRUs Clips channel. Good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A new member, Galveston Country Mike, welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing good tonight. I'm feeling the energy. I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's just because of my Red Bull. But Bitcoin is above 21,000. So a little bit higher than this morning. And this morning was a little bit higher than the previous night. So Bitcoin is definitely moving in the right direction right now. And overall market cap ain't too bad. You know what? Even XRP, my favorite project, is up 13%. And I'm going to relate that to what's going on with Solana and their new phone, because the two connect together, right? Now it fell on 10%, 11%, but still, Solana's up pretty decently today. You have a lot of good movers. Polygon up another 22% following the rally from a few days ago. So they're looking pretty good. I got some Polygon news for you guys as well, but you know, people are stacking right now. Stacking sats and stacking alts. That's what you do when things are low, and that's what people are doing. And also, surprisingly, BTC dominance has fallen even more, down to 43%. It was just at 33.4. Not too long ago, it was above 44. So people are definitely picking up cheap alts right now. All right. So as for U.S. markets tomorrow, looking like it may flip into green. Today, in a surprising move, it was kind of hovering, and then it went into deep red, and then it bounced pretty significantly to the green side. So that's pretty positive. So traders are starting to digest, you know, and get used to all this FUD around recession and rate hikes, and more importantly, Fed Chair Powell, who today said that the U.S. banks, you don't have to worry about them, that they can weather severe downturn. I don't know what severe downturn means. Depression? Probably not, but deep recession? Maybe. You know, so Federal Reserve basically looked at 34 lenders that have more than 100 billion assets, and they estimate they would lose about 612 billion in a hypothetical severe downturn. It makes you wonder, you know, how severe are they talking about? Are they anticipating a really, 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 really bad downturn, or just what we're seeing right now? But bottom line is this. Federal Reserve says banks are perfectly fine. They are healthy, right? Basically reassuring the public that don't worry, our rate hikes and if the rate hikes bring down the economy, banks will survive. That's basically what he's saying, I guess, right? So I don't know. A lot of us remember 2008, wasn't too long ago, when it seemed like every single major bank was going to go under until every single one got bailed out by the Federal Reserve. So are they really okay? Makes you wonder. All right, so that came out of the Federal Reserve today. Now, a lot of surprising news tonight. Not so much Bitcoin news, but there's a lot of surprising news. But I guess I'll hold on a little bit because I want to say all at once. But there's a lot of stuff from Solana, from Coinbase, from Binance. I mean, there's just a whole lot of stuff going on. But let's start out with Bitcoin. And this is surprising. Paxos surveyed their gold buyers, and 1/3 of those buyers view Bitcoin as the better bet. I don't know if I believe this. If I was Peter Schiff, I would definitely not believe this survey, right? But if true, it does mean that gold buyers are starting to, number one, obviously warm up to Bitcoin. Number two, realizing that gold has not been a good hedge against inflation, at least within the last 12 years. Gold prices are still hovering around where they were 12 years ago, while Bitcoin has gone up millions of percents, right? So does that mean that we will see more and more gold holders or potential buyers move to Bitcoin? Well, this is what it's looking like. Surprising. I don't know how big the survey size was. Maybe it was just 2 people. No, that wouldn't make sense, and you wouldn't get a third, right? Maybe it was just 3 people, and 1 out of the 3 said, I like Bitcoin better, right? Or maybe it was more. But you got to figure over time, as Bitcoin continues to thrive and get bigger and get more globally adopted, there will be more gold buyers or gold holders turning, right? Maybe not all the way, but maybe just a little bit, even just a little bit. It just makes a whole lot of sense. And here, this news doesn't help gold at all. $12 trillion worth of gold just found in Uganda. 12 trillion, not billion, trillion, right? That I don't know how much of that's basically, I remember gold's market cap right now is about 12 trillion, like 10 to 12 trillion. So basically, with this one find, you doubled the world supply of gold. That's basically what this is saying, right? So in terms of scarcity, gold can't touch Bitcoin's hard code, which says there will only be 21 million. Unlike gold, you could always dig and find more, or maybe a giant gold meteor will crash onto the earth and bring us even more gold. There's a big difference there. Big difference. All right, so just want to bring that up. What else is there? Well, still a lot of great metrics. A lot of great metrics. Here's reserve risk, basically measuring how risky it is, right? How long-term holders view Bitcoin. Is it really risky right now? And the answer is no. In fact, if you look at the risk level, it's below 2020. That's how unrisky long-term holders feel about Bitcoin right now. Okay? Even though COVID 2020 March, Bitcoin was below 4,000 versus right now at 21,000. So think about that. Okay? Holders are not panicking. Holders continue to hodl, continue to DCA and stack sats, and that's honestly what's happening right now. Long-term holders are not going anywhere. New member, Butt Boy, welcome. And then someone asked about, what do you think about the Sony Xterra 3D or Theta 3D NFTs? I don't know anything about it. I know Theta's trying to push hard into NFTs, but I don't know about this collaboration with Sony. So, and then Noah asked, by the way, Solana Helium has something in the 5G sector in the works. I know Helium's in there. I don't know about Solana, but, well, no, I take it back. I do know something. I'm going to cover that in a little bit. All right, what else is there? Well, this is Fibonacci levels of Bitcoin. Generally speaking, when you hit that 0.382, right, it happened in 2018, it happened in 2020, and even before 2015, 2016, that's like kind of the bottom point. Kind of like that 200 weekly moving average, right? So where we're now, we're right at that 0.382. Again, one of those fancy metrics. Well, in this case, it's actually not that fancy. It's just Fibonacci levels, but it's one of those things where you equate to what has happened before, what was considered a bottom. Are we there yet? Yes, it does look like. Yes. And here's another one, HODL Waves, basically just measuring how overbought and how oversold Bitcoin is. Are we anywhere near the top right now? No, we're near the bottom. Just like previous times when Bitcoin was at a bottom, like 2015, 2020, right? Just like those times. So again, there's still a lot of good metrics showing Bitcoin getting ready to turn. It may stay here for a while still because of the overall economy. I know that. I'm oblivious to it. That's why I talk about it. The macro conditions right now are absolutely horrible, right? But I still focus on the fundamentals. And this is what I made the title off of. The outflow from Coinbase, okay, is at a 9-year high. Periodically, you see massive outflows from Coinbase. And they generally come at a bottom. Look at the last time we had a huge outflow. When did it happen? March of 2020, right? And then you look at the time before that, there was another large spike. When did it happen? January 2015, and that was a bottom too, right? So generally speaking, when you have these massive outflows, somehow they correlate with Bitcoin's bottom. And we have the largest outflow we have ever seen right now going back 9 years. So think about that. Combined with everything else, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, right? All right, so that's what I want to lead off with Bitcoin. But like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of news today, right? Coinbase, in a surprising move, announced that they're going to discontinue Coinbase Pro. I don't know how many of you guys do trade on Coinbase Pro, but they're going to retire it. So slowly they're going to cut people out, and they want people to start using their new Coinbase wallet. Coinbase Wallet is a non-custodial wallet, which is a great thing, but they want to come out with a new one, and they're going to bring in advanced charts in there from TradingView, and you have a dApp marketplace, so you can access DeFi projects as well, and still you can safeguard your crypto and a whole lot more, and access your NFTs and store your NFTs as well, right? So, surprising move. Coinbase just discontinues Coinbase Pro out of the blue, right? And that's not the only news from them. Because of this big push into Coinbase Wallet, they're adding support for Polygon and Solana. So there's other big news about Solana and Polygon, but this is also pretty big because normally Coinbase only supports ERC20 tokens from Ethereum and Solana. Now they're going to support Polygon and Solana as well, right? So that's pretty positive. But there's other news that relates. Polygon has been going up. Some people may be wondering why. I did cover this. Polygon does have this brand new PolygonID ready to go, which is basically like KYC on chain, but it makes an anonymous KYC, and you could utilize a lot with it. So that came out recently. They came out with a partnership with Bentley to do a one-time NFT drop, and that's on top of Polygon, and plus the Coinbase news combined all together. This is why I think Polygon has had a pretty good week so far, right? So that's good. Also, what's going on is Solana. Solana, out of the blue, declared that they're going to come out with their own phone. Okay, not only their own phone, but their own stack. They call it Solana Mobile Stack, an open source software toolkit that allows for development of native Android Web 3 apps on Solana. But it's not just a stack. They're actually coming out with a physical phone. It's going to be manufactured by OSOM, features 6.6-inch OLED display, 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and the retail price will be $1,000. So bottom line is, with this mobile stack, you have the seed vault that's built in, making it a hardware wallet. You can sign transactions very easily. They will come out and support Solana Pay, which is a payment system, of course. They will have their own decentralized dApp store. It all sounds pretty darn good, but you know what this also sounds like? It sounds like this.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.
This isn't the first time a project decided to come out of the phone. Siren Labs came out the Infinity Phone back in 2017. Right? Some of you guys may remember it because you've watched my very educational XRP video, right? They promised the same thing. And guess where they are now? Nowhere. And bankrupt. And the founders may be in jail. So I don't know if this is going to work. Honestly, just creating a stack and trying to get like Samsung to embrace it, I think that may be a better idea to try to get into the hardware space and compete with the big boys. That's going to be extremely, extremely, extremely hard. So I wish the best for Solana. Hopefully it does work out. And what this doesn't mention is this is in collaboration with FTX. FTX has a part in this, maybe just as as an investor. But I did see it's a collaboration between FTX and Solana. So we know that FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried is a big, big, big Solana fan. So that is not surprising. And then Noah says, watch when it's connected to Helium Network. It could happen. It could happen, right? What else is there? There's a lot of stuff going on. Not all good. Harmony, unfortunately, has identified a theft with their Horizon Bridge. So approximately $100 million is gone, and they're working with authorities to look at it. And unfortunately, because of this hack and because DeFi Kingdoms, which is it was an immensely popular DeFi game that hasn't been doing so well recently, but because of these events, there's not a whole lot of TVL left on Harmony. I saw this, someone posted it. Basically, the TVL dropped to near zero because of this hack. So I hope that they can recover from this. I hope that DeFi Kingdoms itself, the project, I've been hearing they're still executing. There's a lot of people getting into Heroes. I hope it can recover. More importantly, I do hope that Harmony does recover this theft. So unfortunately, we're still seeing that in the crypto space, right? There's a lot of vulnerabilities that are found, and sometimes they're found too late, not from a white hat hacker. Sometimes hackers take away. But the good thing is most of this is tracked, and usually these hackers' accounts can be stopped, so they can't withdraw, right? But the damage is done. So that happened today, unfortunately. And then lastly, I saw Binance. They just signed Ronaldo. This is huge. We know that FTX signed Brady, right? Arguably, this is much bigger. So Binance is definitely not strapped for cash right now, right? Binance CZ said they're not doing any layoffs. They're only growing, and getting Ronaldo on the team of Binance, I think it's going to bring a ton of people into the space and into Binance. So that's also very, very big for Binance. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Overall today's pretty good day. Not bad. Up about 4%. Slow, steady recovery. I know it's not a big rally, right? But this is all building up, and I'll take it. All right, let's do some Q&A. By the way, I didn't mention about Voyager. I don't think I need to mention it because I just created a dedicated video on it. But if you guys didn't watch it, Voyager kind of snuck in this new change to withdrawals. So the daily withdrawal limit on Voyager has been decreased to 10,000 per day. So just so you know, a lot of you guys may be holding a lot more on there. A lot of you guys may be antsy about keeping your crypto on brokers or exchanges or lending companies, right? A lot of people are withdrawing. So, if you didn't watch that video, make sure you do so. Okay? So just to throw that out there. Thoughts on what Charles said in the Senate today? I didn't see it. He was asked about like transparency and safeguarding and stuff like that. So I didn't actually read what his official response was. Matthew said FTS just bailed Voyager out. They did, but they're not out of the woodwork yet. You know, Voyager basically lost $666 million to Three Arrows Capital, so they're only borrowing $500 million. So they're still on the hook for that 166. And plus, if there is a bank run, right, that liquidity is going to run out really, really quickly. So right now, that's what they're trying to prevent, right? A bank run. That's exactly what they're trying to do. So hopefully they pull through with FTX support. They should, right? But we'll see. Like these days, it seems like one after another. We're hearing about bad choices, and they're all coming to light right now. I mean, BlockFi, you know, it's the same thing. I don't know if they have any exposure to Three Arrows Capital. Recently, they did say that they liquidated some huge client for $400 million. So maybe that was Three Arrows. I don't know. They haven't really said anything else about it, but they did take a $250 million from FTX as well. So they're also trying to prepare themselves. But, you know, nothing has come out so far about BlockFi. So I guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, definitely Celsius. We still don't know anything. We don't have any update on the withdrawal situation. Voyager has now started limiting their withdrawals a little bit more. So yeah, this is what happens during a downturn. You got some big players that you thought were rock solid, and during weakness, that's when, you know, the problems arise, and the lack of risk management and wise choices, they come to light. VeChain is now on UFC. Is it going to be big? I hope so. It's a big, I think, 10-year relationship. It's 10-year or 5-year, but it was big. VeChain is trying to get out there, right? They're trying to appeal to the West. They've been primarily focused on the East, B2B. They want to be more B2C and focus on the West. So it's good. Good. XRP strong. Well, it's mostly because of my video. I gotta take credit for it. Every time I play my video, XRP tends to pump because people get so amped up and so educated by my video, they're like compelled to go buy XRP. Let's see. Any news on Bitfinex or the confiscated Bitfinex BTC? I think they're just keeping it. I think they're keeping it. I haven't heard anything about that. I totally forgot about it. Felix, I don't hate our XRP. I think Ahmad says I think we reached the floor and we're now on our way. Maybe. I like to think so. I mean, I was wrong before. I thought 25K was floor, right? But then this whole Three Arrows Capital thing happened, right, and brought us lower, right? I like to think that 17K was our bottom too. We are definitely starting slow recovery, right? But who knows if there's any other major catastrophes or some kind of scare that's going to come out, right? We still have more rate hikes coming up in the U.S., still more economic data is going to come out. I mean, there's still war stuff that's going on. Ukraine is, you know, their application into the EU was accepted. You know, I don't know if that's going to really piss off Putin probably. You know, there's still a lot of stuff going on, right? And hopefully in the crypto space, we don't have another major lender or project, you know, go under, right? But it's looking very hopeful. And regardless, right, I've said we've seen the worst, at least I have. Bitcoin has been through worse. And I still pay attention to the growing fundamentals, which includes the growing number of holders, right? Growing number of holders is not panicking, not worried, and continue to hold on and continue to DCA and that's what I'm doing as well. What do you think about Elon's continued Doge support? He's wasting his money because he has money to blow. I think he just thinks it's a cool thing to do. I definitely think he does think it's a joke, but he's not pledging billions upon billions into Doge. When he says he's still buying more Doge, it could be like $100 worth of Doge. You don't know that. He has done an interview before, and he says he holds way more Bitcoin and Ethereum than Doge. So I think he just likes to support it. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's a joke. But ultimately, I think he likes helping Doge holders. That's really it. $400 on VChain or Cardano. You know what? Why don't I just split it? Split it down two. I think they're both good projects. Remember Ecomi? I have not checked Ecomi for quite some time. Last time I heard of them, they had an issue with credit cards within the VV wallet. So last month, not so good. Last 3 months, not so good. So kind of like a lot of other projects out there, right? NFTs are not that hot right now, and they're all basically focused on NFTs, but they still have all the licensing rights. That's the thing. They own huge rights for Marvel, for Disney, for even an NFL. There's so much they hold, and I think that'll be important in the future. Ace, don't ask me about Litecoin, man. Polygon has been doing better because of recent news. Coinbase accepting them, their new ID system. Alejandro, I think the best non-custodial wallet, if you're talking about like a mobile wallet, would be Trust Wallet. I use it all the time. I think it's great. You just gotta safeguard your private keys really well, or private recovery phrase, I should say. But hardware wallets, can't go wrong with them, especially ledger ones. Solana's phone is a cash grab. All smartphones do that already. I mean, here's the thing. Don't make me play my XRP video twice in a row. But we have seen it before. There has been other projects that promise really fancy phones, and they never work out. You could do all of it with a really cool software stack, with a really cool dApp. You don't need to develop a whole phone just for that. So I don't think it's going to be widely accepted or adopted or bought, to be honest. Gala, I like Gala still. They have some amazing games, and they're onboarding even more. Elon Musk is today's Thomas Edison, and that is not a compliment. Man, that movie, The Prestige, highly recommend that movie. Has Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, and they talk about, basically they have Tesla in there, Nikola Tesla and Edison. It's kind of like a magic kind of movie, but really isn't. That's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen The Prestige, go watch it. But I just thought about that when you mentioned Thomas Edison. You once said Cardano was your ace up your sleeve. New deep dive in their latest ecosystem. I don't think their ecosystem didn't really change. The last few things I was looking at with Cardano still revolves around CADX, which is their DEX, right? They have Marmalade NFT, which is still pending. They have a mobile wallet out, and really it's just about growing that DeFi ecosystem. And I have not heard any really major new projects come aboard that has really, caught my attention. There's a lot of old movies that I got reminded of recently, and they're all fantastic. Um, what's that other one? Oh, shoot, I just forgot. Devil's Advocate is a really good one with Keanu Reeves. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but that's an awesome movie. The Game is also an awesome movie. Michael Douglas in there. That's an awesome movie. Yeah, just throw out some awesome movies. And I finally watched the original Top Gun. It was good. I feel really sorry for Goose, but it was good, but not nearly as good as the new one. The new Top Gun is way better than the old one. So if you guys didn't see the new Top Gun, you should. It's good. I really want to see Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, but I hear it's horrible, so I don't know. Anyways, Khalid, with that super chat, I don't know if I should ban you or if you're just being trollish. You tell me. Then I'll decide. Lord of War was awesome with Nicolas Cage. I remember watching that for the first time. I'm like, what the hell is this movie? That turned out to be a really, really good movie. Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. Any new sneaker pickups? No, I picked up a Yeezys. A Boost, Boost 350, and they're really, really comfortable. So I've been wearing that. I have not picked up any new Jordans right now. I mean, I have so many I can never wear them, but that's the last shoe I bought. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus is fantastic. The only problem with it is you know how it ends with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, right? But they add in, stuff that you didn't see with the movies. So it's a really, the series finale was awesome. The whole series is awesome. But I don't like how I know already how it's going to end, It's just like when you watch Titanic, like anything that's based on a historical event, you already know what's going to happen, right? It kind of sucks. There's no surprise at the end. No, I thought it was better than Mandalorian. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Blood Diamond. Did I see that movie? It sounds so familiar. I think I saw it, but I don't remember it. I don't have Hulu, so I can't watch anything on Hulu. Mina, I have not paid attention to Mina recently, but they had problems with scaling, with archiving, and those are important things because they take snapshots and they don't seem to store historical snapshots on chain. They store it on like an archive database. So I never really liked Mina. So I don't know if they have added new things recently, but haven't really looked at it for a while. Do you think a retest of 17.5 is still in the cards? I mean, I wouldn't put it out the window. I think it could still happen if we have a sudden market downturn again. If Powell says something bad, markets start crashing. We have another scare with another company in crypto. It could happen. But if none of those things happen, we're kind of just chugging along and we're just in recovery mode, then it probably won't, right? I think like all these major drawdowns, caused by some kind of major event. So, we'll see. Do you have Alex Mashinsky's phone number? No, I don't. But if you go to Twitter and you go to Celsius Network, they do list a phone number. So I don't know what happens if you call this right now. I don't know. I hope the Euro Central Bank fails, then the Fed. Be careful what you wish for, because if they do fail, we're going to have some dark, dark times. Many coins are being tested in this tough time. What do you think about all the altcoins in general? I mean, most altcoins will fail. There's no doubt about it. But the ones that survive will be the powerhouse of the future. This is why we speculate. This is why we invest. We're trying to get in early, right? And you could argue even Ethereum, being as big as it is, still early because we don't even know the potential that it brings, in 3, 5, 10 years. The same thing with Cardano. You could argue Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, right? These are very early. And there will be more projects coming out, in the future, right? But, you got to be careful. A lot of them are led by young leaders, very immature sometimes, play too loose with their money. Not following appropriate risk management, not doing the right security audits, and you see a lot of the bad things happening because of those reasons, right? So it happens all the time. So you got to be careful, stay on top of projects, do your research, and if you find good projects, then you hold on to them. What about PLS? That's supposed to airdrop soon. IT time. I don't even know what PLS is. Jose, I've never been a big multi-vac fan, and I don't know what ALBT is. Prank call Celsius. I bet you if you call that, they're not going to answer. No one's going to answer that. It's probably going to be some generic message, but you guys could do it. In fact, after the stream, I'll probably do it just so I know what's being played. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Overall, Bitcoin doing pretty good. Hey, we're going up even a little bit more during this stream. 21.2, right? So slow and steady progress right now. A decent recovery with some of the altcoins as well. People are definitely coming back just a little bit. Not huge rally, but just a little bit. That's what we want to see. Overall, U.S. markets is starting to recover a little bit as well. People are getting used to the Fed being the Fed and their interest rates. So that's pretty good. But, of course, we got to be careful because there could be more things coming down the road. We just don't know, right? But right now, Bitcoin, to me, that's the answer. I'm going to continue to stack stats. I'm going to continue to be patient, continue to DCA, right? And we will get through this together, my friends. All right. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. But because today we do have Solana Phone, it was announced. So I have to celebrate that announcement with this announcement.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.